Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Or didn't you love what you just saw? The visualizer, Too Bad, it's Cena Soul, O'Kenneth, and Sarkodie. And that video went viral when the man DJ Breezy posted a surprise video for Cena to watch. The people, well, the features that were on there, and she was really excited. She was here yesterday. Video on our socials, you can go and check it out for yourself as well. Anyway, before we jump into the conversation this morning, don't forget to play Fly X with Win Boost on Betway. It's exclusively on Betway, 300% on your winnings if you play Fly X. You bet, you blast, you boost your winnings. Yes, triple it as well, and you can. It's such a fun game to play, and you can play this exclusively on betway.com or download the app, and you can play it on there as well. Betway gets way more. And also tell you more about stuff. Listen, brush your teeth morning and evening with President charcoal or the herbal toothpaste. Is very, very important. Brush your teeth morning and evening. Now, the President charcoal is made from fluoride, natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc. And it polishes away all those things on your teeth and leaves you with a fresh breath, as well as the herbal. For the herbal lovers, this is good for you. So for the herbal lovers, this is made from herbal extracts and green tea, and it's formulated and helps, protects your gums and it makes your teeth stronger. And so that when you say gapoha, you always have fresh breath. President has always been, advising you brush your teeth morning and evening and offering free dental care as well for you, advice for you. As well, I'll give you the numbers you can call. It's on your screen. You can see it as well. So please don't forget, brush your teeth morning and evening. It's always said morning and evening, morning and evening. Anyway, Lancaster is also offering, it's the only British university, campus in West Africa is offering you that degree program. You can enjoy up to 50% scholarship with Lancaster. All you have to do is just email them lancaster.edu.gh or admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Jump on there. Hurry up, and you can get that, education that takes you closer to the career of your dreams. Let's move on. Good morning one more time. Welcome to the show. And don't forget, we are in awards season. And this means that I'll be rolling out all the categories to you. Now, before we jump into the conversation, let me just throw this to our production team real quickly. Now, today we threw a bit of our focus on the gospel act, gospel song of the year, as well as hip-hop song of the year. Yes, hip-hop song of the year. So how about we do a quick one? Let's go check out the categories on that. When we come back this morning, being Tuesday, we're talking to Dr. Chris. And we'll be focusing on, I nearly said halitosis. I don't know why that topic is so interesting for me, because we spoke about it earlier on and peptidents and everything. We're talking fibroids and cysts. Anyway, I'm told the videos will be just queued shortly. But it is ready on the screen. Let's throw back to that one. Let's see the categories and the nominees for the following categories. And when we come back, we switch over to talk health, where we focus on fibroids and cysts. Don't go away.
2024 Gospel Song of the Year. The nominees are 100% by Scott Evans,
100%,
Enwonyam by Mabel Ochre, Aseda by Nasi, Kafo by Perez Music, Mo by PSA Esther, Say Amen by Diana Hamilton,
I speak this word by faith and call it stand.
Tears of Joy by Patience Nyako, Victory by Joyce Blessing, You Are Great on Gospel featuring Kofi Kakari, Yes, sir. By Team Eternity.
I'm grateful for great songs. Not only you, but again, let's go. Come on, everybody. Give it to them. Give it to them. Again, let's go. Come on.
And the nominees for the 3 Music Awards 2024 Gospel Act of the Year. The nominees are Dinah Hamilton, Joe Mettle, Joyce Blessing, Mabel Archery, Nasi, Perez Music, Scott Evans, PACA Esther, and the nominees for the 3 Music Awards 2024 Group of the Year. The nominees are CT Praise, Dope Nation, Fra, Ketche, Lali and Lola, Super Jazz Club, Team Eternity.
Give it to them. Give it to them. To all the Holy Ghost people in the house where you at.
And the nominees for the 2024 3 Music Awards Song of the Year. Asita by Nasi. Case Remix by Mr. Drew and Mufti. Goodson by Olive the Boy. Into the Future by Stoneboy. Kweku Anansi by Amarado. Liquor by Kiddy. Monica by Kwame Eugene. Mo by PACA Esther. Time by Sarkodie. Rent Free by Jackie. Terminator by King Promise. Victory by Joyce Blessing. And the nominees for the 2024 3 Music Awards Hip Hop Song of the Year. The nominees are 5th August 7 by Lyrical Joe.
I make provision by putting good music in store. I'm a pro by my vision with the lyrics I swore.
Akatani by Kweku Smoke. Dear God by Strongman. Do or Die by Kwesi Amewuga. Lonely Road, O Kenneth and Slim Kid.
On a lonely road, I'm wild, and I don't know when I'm coming home.
Otang by Sarkodie. Sowutum by Medical.
We know they fear the gun, we fear the one behind the gun. So Nipa nature, I might forget the ghost and fear the man.
The Hardest by Amarado.
sensitive, sebabu no be clit. Me flow no and sound be a benyana sip. My broma dimo society, I'm going to check.
Warning. By Anal Baroni.
Don't be deceived cause I look innocent. When I pounce on you, you go remain impotent. If you think
Yaya. By Black Sheriff.
take it easy, yeah. When your time I have for preach, yeah. Cry, enjoy the breeze, yeah.
And that's one of the songs I can sing from beginning to end. Hey, yeah. Ain't it Dan, yeah. In your time at Yako Beach, yeah. Can't say the word you need to understand, yeah. But that's a song I can sing from beginning to end. Karaoke version. You want more karaoke? Live Rest want to tell them. He's in shock on this. But take it easy. Hey, yeah. Into Diana, yeah.
Maybe can't live one.
Can't live one, mommy. Oh, that song, yeah. Oh, my, vote you on you, so.
So that's your pick?
Oh, Charlie, that song, yeah. I mean,
that's your pick?
Oh, yeah, I love that song. I love it. It's one of my...
jammed the song like a couple of months after it's released.
Black Hole songs that it speaks into my
soul.
My intuitus. Like
when Jay found that song, he was playing it
repeat.
back to back.
Okay, so I was talking about Live Resto Lounge. If you're looking for a place to have amazing delicious food, the best place to go to right now is Live Resto Lounge. They have a checker special. They have the people's favorite, that's the double pepperoni cheesy pizza, and they also have banku and tilapia with pakushito for those of you who like to eat heavy. So make your way to Live Resto Lounge. It's on the Boundary Road. I'm getting close to American House, I think opposite. Is it Dofil? Yes, it's a car dealership. Opposite that, it's a rooftop. You get there, nice ambience, great food, great drinks. I recommend the pina colada. I can say, arguably, if you don't agree with me, Live Resto Lounge has the best virgin pina colada. I think Jay fully agrees with me on that one.
Oh, peace out. Through the pain, I stood on my toes. I've been hard. I want to read this one to you. I think it's moving faster than me. But anyway, I was reading the lyrics from Black Hole's Yeah. But let's come to this morning's conversation on a more serious note here. We're talking fibroids and cysts. Doc, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Consulting room, right?
Room 1.
Room 1, yes.
Is it room 3, right?
This is room 899. 899.
Room 899.
Yes, room 899.
Hospital no soon there.
So 899.
Before you can get there, yes, your case, it means those before he couldn't handle the case.
He's gotten there. I know this, just a bit about it, but I think it's very important we discuss this because first off, what is it? What is the difference between fibroids and cysts, and then why does it sit with women a lot?
Honestly, before we even go to this topic, let's give shout out to any
cyst,
any reproductive woman out there. Anyone who is dealing with such conditions. Our hearts go out to you because it's not easy
at all.
And it's been, most doctors will tell you that when in medical school we're given parameters for certain age groups that are prone to such conditions, but it's changed now. You have people as young as soon as you start menstruating, you're on that scale, and you have people as young as 13 or 14 having fibroids or cysts or one form or the other. So it's when you chose the topic, it's a topic that is really, really, really important. Because most women don't know much about it. And when we always say this, I made a statement to a colleague of mine this morning that when it's a pregnancy, not a pregnancy. They say that a fibroid has taken over the womb and it's causing the person to look like a person is pregnant. So that if you don't know, and let's say you have a partner where you're sexually active, it can also cause your menstrual cycle to stop. The flow, so it mimics pregnancy for you. Everybody thinks you are pregnant, but then when are you going to deliver?
There's nothing to that, yeah.
There's nothing to that. Now, when I'm talking about fibroids, I want to make it as simple as possible for people to understand this. Imagine this. The womb is very, very fertile. It has a lot of blood vessels, it's rich in everything to make any seed that I plant there grow. When I use the word seed also comes in relation to soil. So if you have a fertile soil where you've given it a lot of fertilizer, everything is rich there, and you don't plant anything, what's going to happen? Weeds are going to start growing. If you clear the weeds and still you don't plant anything, the weeds are going to keep growing. They're going to come back. So that's fibroid for you. because the womb is so saturated and nothing else is growing, like a child that's supposed to be there, something else is going to grow there.
What causes it?
Fibroid doesn't have a cause. There's no underlying cause. I can't tell you on point that if you take this or if you are, there's risk factors. If it's genetically in your family, somebody in your family has had fibroid before, there's chance that you get.
Okay.
Genetics also plays a part.
Human being cry, banana you call it. No, human being crying, banana you call it. Ah, same baby. You do no problem. You don't do problem.
It really be tense.
But
Doc, they say that in black women,
it's prevalent in black women. Yeah,
it's higher in black women than.
Yes, so even
blacks are there. That's the same for breast cancer as well. They say that it's really high.
Also for sickle cell.
You don't let us do the breast, you know.
You don't let you press the breast. Whatever you said, I've said it for you. I've said it for you.
Say it with your chest.
Yes, say it with your full chest.
The thing is that they're not. You see what Doc said? He said if you don't use it, it can develop all kinds of things.
Doc, please.
So that statement is what we need to focus heavily on. If you don't use it, it can develop all types of things.
Beyond Jay's reason of not the women not allowing people to press.
No. But hold on.
Not even talking about.
On the more serious note, perhaps we still focus on. I just want to ask this about since you spoke about the melons.
Yeah.
There are myths around. They say when men access it, it reduces stresses and all those things. I don't know if that has been proven in any place.
That would. If
you keep either staring, I've seen so many memes when you keep staring at your partner's melons, or you keep touching them or holding them, that it releases stress and stuff like that. I don't know.
The question is who, so the question is who is it releasing the stress for?
Doc, we are asking you for.
Okay, all right, Doc. Question answered. Let's move on to cysts. So we're talking about Lenny was asking the question. Let's come back home.
Yes.
This I will deal with it at 9:52.
The higher risk in black women.
Yeah, we have black women have a possible genetic predisposition to some of these conditions. Why?
What's the reason?
People attribute the melanin. That melanin plays a factor. Some people say the way we absorb sound rays and sound like UV radiation and all that. But I can't point to a document that is out there, research paper that tells you that this is why we have that. Some say blacks have higher estrogen levels, which then causes like fibroids to grow, or environmental factors like diet and stress. Well, are we more stressed than the white people? Or the Caucasian?
Well, we stress passing.
Maybe it might be not admitting our stress and just piling it up.
Oh yeah, we are supposed to act strong. Yeah.
Speak about your stress and then get it out. But here, and some people say you can't be depressed.
I was having a lecture yesterday, and then someone was supposed to answer a question. The person wasn't able to answer a question because the professor was going about it, and somebody just spoke and said, "Don't worry, it's a safe space." It's a safe space. And it came to mind what you're just saying right now, that where would you hear that it's okay for you to cry?
It's Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
In my house.
Yeah. So now we understand the difference. Now we know what the fiber.
Yeah. So I have a video queued, right? I have a video queued. If Debs is listening, I want you to cue the video for me on the cyst. No, I think we just look at the uterus first, and then I'll explain next what happened. A normal uterus.
Okay, so production, if you can get that video ready, if I can get a go ahead on that. So this,
whilst we wait,
the uterus linked to the womb.
Yes. Okay. So that's what I wanted to explain. When people hear the uterus, they sort of don't know where that comes in. So I wanted to explain how the structure is, because then you have from the opening of the vagina. Yes.
Okay, so that's the picture.
So if our viewers are watching, that's a beautiful uterus. It's a beautiful one. This
like it's
as a human uterus today.
Yeah, right. You have to open your arms. Yeah, so we have like the base having the vagina, opening of the vagina. Now the cervix, you see, that's like sort of like the bouncer to the opening to the uterus. Now all that from that end to the top part is the uterus. Then you have your fallopian tube, the fimbriae, as the projections that hold the ovary. See, the ovary is attached to the walls of the uterus. Now, for a fibroid,
the ovaries, is it a sac that produces in it, or that's the whole ovary that the eggs are in it?
Yeah, the eggs are in it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the eggs are producing that. So multiples, lots of it are being generated.
Okay.
So ideal situation, this is how it's supposed to be. These are the walls of your uterus supposed to be thick. You see that lining are very thick. So a child implants there into the uterus, and then you are good. So in the case of a fibroid, you have a fibroid either forming in the walls of the uterus.
Yeah.
The external lining of the uterus.
Okay.
Or in the fallopian tube. It can form anywhere here.
Yeah.
Right? So you give us the image of the uterus having fibroids in it.
Yeah. AC, I mean, yeah, say AC. Production, Debbie, can you go on to the next? No, it was just because. Listen, there's a lot of conversations in my ears.
J is equal to mischief.
No, listen. For those who are not on TV, this is an in-ear, and there are conversations. So sometimes things just pop up. And they were talking to AC when they mentioned AC, and then I was going to say AC. I mean, Debbie.
What
For us to go on to the next photo. I'm listening to convos from the master control room. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we've seen the picture of
the normal one.
He said AC. We've seen a picture of we've seen a photo of the uterus. Yes. I did not say vagina, I said uterus.
So we have a beautiful
seen a
uterus
photo
right
of a beautiful uterus. So
with fibroids, sometimes there are other names that people call it. You can call it like myomas, leiomyomas. You can call it uterine fibroids. Yes. So these are the types of fibroids. Wherever they are positioned in your uterus lining determines what name they are. So you have the pedunculated fibroid. This is on the external lining. So that one, in surgery, you can just cut the stalk that links it to this, and then you are good.
Yeah, good.
Right? You don't need. It's not really that invasive. See the submucosal fibroid. See the mucosal layer of the. Then we have the intramural fibroids. Then the subserosal fibroids. These are the types of fibroids. There are situations where somebody has all of them.
Jesus.
Wow.
I'm going to the next video. I want you to show. I think viewer discretion is advised. There's a camera.
There's a question in that which one is probably very fatal or dangerous or
scale of. I'll take the submucosal fibroids. Reason being, sometimes they can grow so big that they occupy the space where the child is supposed to be. So though a child is growing there, just like a fetus growing in there, there will not be space for the baby after development to turn around because somebody's in the way.
Yeah. Does that mean it blocks?
Yes, it can. Some can grow lower. Some can grow lower and block the passageway for where the child is supposed to go through. So you have to go. You have to do CS.
Are those the cases where some pregnant women are advised to just take it out when they are about to give birth, so they don't do the first procedure and then do?
Very good. So in the situation, you advise your clinician will advise you that if I take it out, if it's not causing any problems, they might just leave it in and watch. But they'll ask you first if you are ready to have a child. We take it out because I mentioned that as soon as you clear the weeds, high chance that it's going to come back.
Right.
So when the child is growing in there, the hormones that make fibroids grow, that they feed on, are lower. They are lowered. So the child can grow.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you are going to take it out, you better be ready to conceive. So then it brings the question of ethics in the sense that you are not married, but you have fibroids. If I take it out, you need to conceive. Are you going to just look around for a partner? Are you going to convince your boyfriend to get you pregnant?
Or else the possibility of
regrowth. Yes.
Yeah.
So some
God
of these
will understand.
God will understand.
Yeah. I mean,
Doc. So let's say I take out the fibroid, I conceive, I give birth. Is there a possibility of it coming back? Is there a way to stop it from coming back?
A chance for it to return is minimal. After you conceive, it's minimal. It's really, really like the percentage is really low. Okay. So you're encouraged to keep going. If let's say 3 kids you want, maybe you do the intervals 2 years. After this one, you just do it quickly, get it and done with. That way, in case it returns, we can just go in there and shut things down. Like total myomectomy. We take everything out. We take the womb out. No womb, no fibroids.
But in certain cases, the people haven't given birth.
That's where the challenge is.
That's scary.
That's where the challenge is. So sometimes we advise that if you go to see one physician and he recommends removing everything in order to save you or get a fibroid, because he looks at him like, fibroid is where it is. We might have to like get in there. You need to see a second opinion. Maybe somebody else might give you a better option. Then maybe I'll go in there and try and get some of them out.
Okay.
And some can be really, really big. There's a video I have. I think hopefully she will show it and our viewers will see it. We put in a camera to view the uterus that has fibroids in it.
Well, producer says that if you can give her the name of the video so that they can, Video FIB 124. There we go. Testing FIB 124.
But
If
this
you have
whole
it, yeah.
fibroid thing is really sad because
Very.
when I was in school, there was this girl that we thought got pregnant. If I tell you the amount of everyone looked down on her, she wasn't my friend. I didn't know her. I think she was my junior. And she was in a block that's far away from mine. So someone is pregnant in the school. I'm like, knowing my school, they will not allow a pregnant person to be walking around.
But they didn't check?
No, so the school authorities knew. That's why she was in the school.
Okay.
If you are pregnant, they won't let you be walking around. Go home. But it's because she had a condition and her parents were not ready to let her go and take it out. And so when it got worse, they can't take her out to the school. And the authorities were talking to her parents. But it's none of our business. But the rumor was like she's pregnant. They said things about this girl, and she's not the type to talk. She's a very quiet person. Very first time I saw her, I was very surprised. Like,
why?
Like,
why is people don't have sex?
Why? No.
No, because she's a very quiet person. The first time I saw her, I was like,
not necessarily about her.
But Jevon is quiet.
No,
I was listening to conversation. Like I'm saying, I'm controlling a lot of things in the situation.
Did you hear the reaction from ACN9?
The video we're about to show, viewer discretion is advised. So to viewers, we're throwing again, viewer discretion is advised on this video. If you are a parent and you are with, kids, we want to just caution you on there as well before we put it out there for you to watch. However, if you are also irritated by any of these videos, please, we just caution you before we put it out there for a few seconds. However, this is for educational purposes only. So that's the reason why we are having this very important conversation. Okay, so now we can put that video out there. If we can just have it rolled out.
Pedunculated fibroids are fibroids that are attached to the uterus through a very small stalk. This patient was very young. She was offered a hysterectomy by another doctor, and I could see why, because she had that very large tumor in the posterior part of the uterus. She was offered an open procedure because it was believed that there was no way that they could remove this fibroid without removing her uterus. Luckily, we put a camera through her belly button.
That's all you're going to get for this morning on that video. But anyway, Doc, can you just tell us what's happening in that video?
So in that video, for example, we mentioned pedunculated fibers, right? Yeah. So if you look at the arms of the fallopian tubes, that's what was the upper part, and the lower part is where the fibroid is. You can see it's occupying that space right there. Now, what's important about the video that she mentioned that it being pedunculated, I mentioned that it's a stalk, so you can just sort of the linkage to the uterus, we can just cut it off there, right? There we could just cut that off, and then she's good.
Okay. But that's big.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
And when we go to cyst, I'll show you something else. In the sense that when you talk about a cyst, let's always remember that a cyst is formed from the ovaries. The ovaries are responsible. So it can be within the ovary, around the fallopian tube, linked closer to the ovary, or within in the ovary, the walls of the ovary itself. That's where a cyst is formed. Usually they don't come with symptoms. They don't come with anything.
The cyst explanation again. It's
the cyst.
Yeah.
The difference between the cyst and the fibroid is that fibroids are formed in where? The uterus.
Okay.
Right? The lining of the uterus. Cyst is formed in the ovaries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's why in ultrasound they'll view the left and the right ovaries. So they'll track the fallopian tube to the ends to find out if anything is there. That's where you probably see your cyst. And it usually doesn't come with symptoms. It's sometimes asymptomatic. It's just there. It doesn't cause any problems. But depending on the size, it can block your fallopian tubes and cause you to be infertile. Because then your eggs can be released through that pathway into the uterus. Yes.
Right. Wow. But big shout out to doctors. I didn't know what was going on in that video. All I saw was red. No, seriously, I'm wondering till you pointed out this where you would have to cut. I'm like, what are we looking at?
Yeah.
Really? It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Really a lot.
So I'll show you a para-ovarian cyst right now.
Ovarian cyst.
What's a para-ovarian cyst?
I'll explain in the video.
The name. So if you can get that one.
Yeah, so para-ovarian cyst basically, I mentioned that it's either in the ovaries, right? Or in the fallopian tube away from the ovaries, right? Now, when it's para-ovarian cyst, it looks like it's in the ovary, but it's not. In the sense that when you look at it, you see the fallopian tube running at top of the cyst. So you have
it's on top.
So it's below the cyst. The fallopian tube runs across it. So it's in the line of the fallopian tube.
Okay.
It may be formed from the ovary. Yes. So pause. If you could pause it here.
Yeah, pause it. Okay, all right.
So the cyst is the yellow stuff, or?
No, that's it. That's your uterus at the far end.
Okay.
The cyst is the
And that's your
round
bowel, your stomach.
Okay.
That's your stomach on the right. So
bowel fat.
yes. So if you turn this thing is turned, it's on our left, right? So your bowel is always on your left. That's your stomach, it's on your left.
Okay.
Right, but in the image, it's on your left, just like your stomach would be.
Okay.
Then you have the cyst right there below the uterus.
So huge.
That's it. And that's your bowel fat. Those who have been eating fat and wondering where the fat has been going, that's your bowel fat right there. The yellow you're
That's
seeing.
what people have been trying to bend.
That's your bowel fat.
No, you have to bend it by stop eating.
I know. At this
chop.
point,
Iron your stomach to help you.
Deb, if you continue the video, I want to show how we removed it. So, you see the way some people don't eat orange, they peel it?
Yeah. Let's put the video on and finish it up. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it. He's going to lift. We're going to lift the cyst.
Oh,
And when in lifting it, when he turns it, we'll see that's the ovaries right there below it. So that's the fallopian tube running on the lining of it. So it's in the fallopian tube.
wow.
Right, so this is going to cause the fallopian tube sort of, though it's expanded, it has put pressure on the fallopian tube because the passageway is really narrow now.
Small, yeah.
Oh.
And if you move forward further, I want us to see where the ovaries is. Because
Oh, shoot. You got
he
it?
drops it. So he's looking for the ovaries because you want to find out if it's actually in the ovaries or not. And that's it right there. You see the ovaries right there below it. So it's not in the ovary. So that makes it, so it makes it a para ovarian in the sense that it's not in the ovaries. So with this, as I mentioned, when we are peeling an orange, we just see that's the ovary right there. So he's going to make an incision on the walls of the cyst.
Okay.
And slowly peel off the lining of the fallopian tube away from it and take that cyst out. Like the way you peel off an orange.
Yeah.
The same way. So if you move the video forward, it will show us removing it. And this is done laparoscopically because we don't make an incision. This one we poke holes and we put a camera robot hands in there.
What?
And try. So the person might come up with no sutures. You won't see any surgical incisions. So the camera goes through your umbilicus. Then views the whole abdomen.
Isn't that painful?
Oh, you're under anesthesia. So
yes, but aren't you going to still feel the pain?
No, you wouldn't.
I think the
you
pain of the incision is more. But
no, we wouldn't. We give you a general anesthesia.
We are professionals. We make sure that you don't.
I think anesthesia is a scam.
Yes.
I'm not even because anesthesia is a big scam.
Why?
Do you know why? Because you would feel that it's like you have anesthesia, so you can't feel anything. You're numb. And then there's an incision. You can feel the cut, so you feel it. The cut's in you, but it's not pain. No, it's not painful. You feel like. Then when you are done, and the
it wears off.
It wears off. Yeah, it wears off.
I know well.
He wants it to stay for as long as
they didn't tell. I wasn't told
that it will wear off.
Then I woke up with the worst pain in my life.
Yeah, it wears off.
It wears off.
It's a big scam.
So it's like being drunk and waking up.
I'm trying to find out with
Oh no, this one we do general. We do a general anesthesia, so we knock you out.
Okay.
Totally. So you are not aware. You are not aware at all. Anesthesia will knock you out.
So when you wake up, you still feel it.
Yes, as the anesthesia is leaving your system, your cells are trying to heal and try to figure out
what has been done.
Yeah, you feel pain. So we'll give you things to numb the pain, like to manage the pain.
Is it possible for a person to have both situations of?
It's a rarity.
Fibroids and cysts.
Yeah, it's a rarity, but when it does happen, it's really
scary.
It's scary because which one do you do first? The question is, do you tackle the fibroids or you do both? Because the more you are pulling and tagging on the uterus, there's chances that you cause problems and the person will not be able to have a child later on. So those who do this procedure, they're gynecological surgeons in Ghana. They're amazing. They're doing an amazing job. Shout out to Dr. Cranton at Kolebu. He's doing an amazing job right there. And some of them at 37 are doing amazing. They are taking their time to actually have a discussion on these topics, explain to you your options before they actually, because they believe that if there's a way for them not to catch you, they won't catch you.
Right.
So I was going to ask about, are there medications to suppress this in any way?
The only way we can help you with medication is pain. The pain that's associated with fibroids, because it can cause painful menstruation. Because when you are menstruating, the walls of uterus are supposed to be contracting, and then there's something there that is preventing from doing so. right? So anytime your cycle changes, it can cause your cycle to be, you'll be bleeding like the whole week. Or it comes, it stops, then after a few days comes again, then comes again.
So can that be an indication for a fibroid or a cyst?
Anytime, we used to say here every time on Tuesday that anytime you see something that's out of the normal, the best thing you can do is get it checked and get a piece of.
The pharmacy.
And not go to the pharmacy, please.
Thank you very much.
It's us, the doctors, before the pharmacist. You see, we work hand in hand with them. Right? We need to find out what exactly is wrong with you. Then recommend you go and see them, and they will give the medication how you take it.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Not pharmacy first before doc. Please, can you reiterate that? Because there are so many people who fall sick, and instead of going to the hospital first,
rubber socks,
if you want to buy that rubber
condoms,
I said rubber socks.
What?
Condoms?
Socks, no. The rubber socks that you're talking about, go to the pharmacy.
Oh, if you go to Kant, they sell socks that have written rubber on it.
Ayo. Then go. So you know where to get it. Kant. So where I go and buy it from
Kant and the pharmacy. Like, what's the?
He should go to Kant and go and buy the rubber socks. All I'm saying is, doc, I want you to reiterate it, repeat it, hammer on it.
We'll do LPM for
it. Because the fact that sometimes I don't understand.
Three music is advocating that people get treatment the right way.
No, not Three Music. Lenny. Yes, advocating that people should go to the hospital. And all the people go to pharmacy first, before hospital. All of them, they know. Including the people here. Go to the hospital first. I really don't understand that. It's not everything that the pharmacy can take care of.
Yeah.
True?
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. Okay. So go to the hospital
basic first aid can be done by them.
A prescription that you can. Then
so
you go
in the morning when you woke up after 8, you went to the hospital first or you went to the pharmacy?
After which?
Doc, so we're saying.
I wanted to find out, can fibroid or cysts kill a person?
No.
Okay.
No, it can't. Let's put it out there. It can't kill you.
Because
it can't kill.
Anything can kill you.
Anything can, but it can't kill you. Yes, that's why we advocate that, because it can't kill you. Let's be honest. If you keep waiting and wait, let's say they're bleeding, the complications from fibroid can cause you to die, because if you are bleeding severely and you don't find a solution to it, you're going to lose blood, anemia, and then anemia is going to lead you to go into shock, and then you die.
And even in certain cases, I think that the post-surgery also, some people also die from.
Yes, some complications due to surgery. Yes, it was really minimal. It was very, very minimal. And, some patients are very stubborn. You tell a person the surgery has been done, wait for about 6 months for it to heal, and before you start.
Start what?
Insemination, copulation.
What's that?
Sex.
Insemination, copulation. I don't understand. You don't know how to rap over why are you using big words when there's a 3-letter word? I don't understand.
Doc, what?
There's sex, but you go for
sometimes
insemination, copulation.
The word sex is too big. Sometimes the other one is smaller.
Small but mighty.
Small but mighty.
Yeah. So 6 months. So when they don't wait for 6 months, that's when
you can open the sutures. You start lifting heavy things, you start doing strenuous activities and causing so much. You can open the sutures again, which then you won't know. So then you start getting sepsis and.
So that'll be internal.
Internally.
Oh, okay.
Because after any surgical procedure, you need to take your time to get back to where you were. But we are in a hurry as it is. Because they just jump on the horse and start riding.
Do you know the song that just came to mind? What? Slow down.
Doc, so what is the, I don't know, but let's talk percentages. What is the, or not even percentages per se, but the risk of an average woman, is it a high risk of an average woman just getting a fibroid or a cyst, or?
Yeah, as long as, so we have parameters. For example, if you had your menstruation early, there's chance of fibroid. If you have a family history of it, chance. Obesity, chance of it. Genetic predisposition,
to
prostate cancer. The same for the men. It goes both ways because they're all malignancies, right? The good thing is that they don't spread. They just get bigger and bigger, so they don't spread to other organs. They just stay within where they are. Fibroids just stay where they are. They'll just start. The problem is that they start pushing onto your bladder, which is going to make you uncomfortable, and you start going to the washroom a lot, start pushing on other organs in the space because they're all in the same space. Yeah, the more it keeps growing, the person looks pregnant, but actually it's not. So when it's a pregnancy, not a pregnancy, in fibroids, overgrowth of fibroids. can cause that. So if you are seeing that you are not pregnant, the problem is that because you've been sexually active and there's chance that it was unprotected, you assume that it could be
pregnancy.
Yes, and sometimes it can make we do a test for pregnancy, test for HCGs. Some of these can cause your hormone levels to like mess up. So you test it might look positive, but it's actually not. So until you do an ultrasound, examination of your abdomen, they will not see
what exactly.
Yeah, exactly it is. That's why if you are pregnant and you test that you are positive for pregnancy, the next one is for you to do an ultrasound, which then gives you a date for delivery and date for.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Now with what you said about people not waiting, okay, and the possibility of it reopening if it's internal. What's the process then after that? When they go back to the hospital?
We'll go back in there. We'll go back in there and fix it.
Lenny, sorry, your mic. Yeah.
You go back in?
Yeah, we'll go in. We'll go back in.
But that's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, so don't get there.
So what I'm asking is...
Yeah. If I'm going to answer you.
In the cases where the people don't wait and they open up again, the incisions open up again, what happens? That's what I'm asking.
We go back.
Maybe... Is that not what Chris just said? Because I'm thinking that there's probably some medication.
Oh no. It's like a wound. We made cuts and we stitched, and the ropes, supposed for lack of a better word, the sutures or the thread we used, it's opening up.
Or the glue. I hear there's some.
Yeah, that is for CS.
Yeah, there's some.
So right now we are doing very nice surgeries that you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Because we call it the bikini line. We cut along.
That's what you guys call it.
We cut along the bikini line.
Chris is smiling.
because years ago, if you have seen the old people who had CS and other surgeries, you could see.
And I'm told even back in that time, you have to go back after some weeks to now go and take out the thread again, which is another pain again.
Right now we use dissolvable sutures.
Right.
So they dissolve
we'll discuss
nicely.
CS.
Right.
CS is another topic that we can talk about. CS, we'll say that for next week. I like how we develop the topics from the conversations.
Yeah, because
CS is really important.
Fibroids is really, really important in the sense that, you see, with we advocating for women to be independent, chase their dreams, their goals, career, it sort of delays reproduction. With the stress, we mentioned stress. Every time we keep talking about stress, lifestyle change, the food we eat, all these things all come linked to environmental factors that affect us. So the more they are waiting, the more there's chance for fibroids. Because you start, as I said, you start your menstruating early. Just imagine, it means that the window for you to be productive is also closer to that age, right? So you start at 12, it means that when somebody is saying, by 34, yours could be lower.
Yeah.
And you could look around and you can see a lot of our beautiful women, our queens and our princesses, they are doing so well in corporate, they are doing so well in media, they are doing so well in whatever field they've chosen, medicine. But the chances you are studying and so much focus on school that relationships and other things become sort of secondary. You want to finish this so you can have kids and all that. So for the men who are in relationships like that, you need to maybe meet them halfway.
Very important.
Because some can have a conversation, a very comfortable conversation about it, that if we take the fibroids out, and we are in a serious relationship and we want to settle down, maybe settle down and look at it. Do we have a child and then you continue with school? Right? Take a break from school and then let's do this and then because it all comes with support system. If you have a good support system, you can start, stop, go.
Because when women have kids, unlike men who are just like security men, we get the watch. We get the watch. The women themselves, the level of work that it comes, the amount of work that it comes with childcare, in itself just can slow down your career goals and all of that, And I
slows down a lot of things.
So. That's where we always have to doff our hats for,
because
day in, day out. Because, looking at this conversation on fibroids and cysts, for
imagine
example.
this conversation, right? She's about to get married and she finds out she has fibroid. The traditional.
Do you go ahead with
Yes, you see that traditional conversation that we'll have right now about what are the chances here.
Very important.
You mean the people who are not enlightened
about it?
Enlightenment is what
that's why
it is.
sometimes doctors call the two parties in. first have a discussion with the lady and seek consent from him, from her, whether, because you are the patient, your husband is not. So then to explain that, okay, this is what I'm about to do, is safe, she'll be fine, she can still have kids. Because some run away.
Okay, Doc, so I've heard about some people talking about not wanting to go to the hospital after the diagnosis, right? They would prefer herbal treatment to going to the hospital. Some people also believe that they can shrink the size of the fibroid and then it will vanish. Maybe vanish is not a right word to use, but there's a way to, because some people also believe that fibroids are blood clots that have gotten bigger. No, I'm saying this because these are conversations that I've had. A few friends of mine have been able to create spaces where young girls want to talk about these things, and so when we go, these are some of the questions that will come up, and they wouldn't like to discuss some of them that open, so they direct them to the right health personnel to talk to them about it, because they are not about to have an open conversation about it over there. You get what I'm saying?
I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm very happy that you guys are finding that space to talk about these things. Yeah. And I feel we should be very adherent to that fact that we should allow you guys to talk about these things, the things that are going on, because these are serious issues. Because if you don't have the space to talk about it and keep it to yourself, that's when advices about taking herbal, because there's no as I mentioned, there's no medication to shrink fibroid. And if there was, don't you think doctors will not be doing their surgeries? Yeah. Because it's too much work. True. If I could just prescribe something for it to just shrink, God, I'll be on it quick.
But I think there's some even not even the herbal, the orthodox.
No, there's none. There's none. I mentioned it's hormonal. So hormones sometimes work. So if you can look at it physiologically, pathophysiologically, like think about it and say, okay, what if there's a medication that can make your hormone levels this one increase, because you can figure out but at the moment we don't have one. Okay. So the best is, as I said, we wait sometimes. Sometimes it's not invasive. It's not, maybe I see some are very small. Yeah. Maybe it's not right now. It's not causing any problems. Let's wait, because you can then still have a child and not. Yes, because there are instances where the child is there and the fibroid is there, and we can get CS. The child will grow normally and be fine, and we go in and take the child out. Yeah. And then in the process of taking the child, we take out the fibroids.
Oh, at once.
Yes, we just sort of, because we are in there already, we just get them down.
Because there's no point.
Yeah.
That's why, we're in there already. Just stick it out.
But talking about...
like, you do everything. Once you're there, you do everything. We have 6 minutes more. And we're saying that once you are in there, you just do everything.
Before you just leave, you just close up and then go and come back.
As well find a new president, because our current president's term of office will be done.
Okay,
so we'll find a president. Once we are in election, we do everything.
When you enter, you just remove everything. Remove it.
Oh no, sorry. AC was asking a question. Okay. Sorry.
With regard to public health and orthodox medicine and herbal medicine, sometimes on TV you see these people heavily advertising. Isn't there a way to stop them if it's true that their medication wouldn't work? Because these people, no, I just want to know their point of view about these.
Like you mean like doctors?
Yes.
Please, we don't want to comment.
Okay.
We don't want to comment because it's not. I think who is Food and Drugs Board, Standards Authority. They are supposed to be doing these things, handling those things. Because apart from they are talking about, but there are also certain medications that are like westernized medications that we do that are also bad.
Okay.
It's their job. They are the ones who go out there to authorize it. Yeah, because you sometimes hear that they've banned some drugs. They say they've withdrawn some drugs from the shelves. They are doing a good job.
Recently we just heard about illegal importation of certain things on our porous borders. I think Multimedia did this story. So these things are always turn at us in the face.
I just want to know what you think about it, because some people will go to the hospital, they'll hear what the doctor says and they'll tell them, Doctor, then they'll direct you to go get herbal help instead.
Yes.
So that's what
I think that's why what you do on Tuesday is very important. What you do on Tuesday is about, you see, there's that sector that is talking about this herbal and doing all the things, and you're also putting out there that this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. Because if we have tests and things we run, we give you options. We put all the things on the table. It's for you to choose. And we tell you, okay, this is the best for you. By the end, this is also close enough. This, you decide.
Okay. Doc, sorry.
Yeah, I want to find out from you, Doc. You see, you mentioned that if you've not given birth before and then you have a fibroid and you take it out, you have to try and get pregnant, else the possibility of regrowth is really high, right?
Yeah.
In other cases where people have children and then after that, maybe they didn't have the fibroids or the cysts before, but after pregnancy or after birth, is that a possibility
It's also possible. It's also possible.
So would that then be genetics or just
it could be genetics.
Natural?
It could be genetics. That is in the family. So probably somebody, an aunt, a grandmother, somebody had it. There's chance that you have it.
So if the person did CS, right?
You mean us going back in there again?
Yes.
No, so the advice we give the first question you ask is, are you planning on giving birth again?
Okay. So what if the person is not planning? That means you have to go.
So if we go in and realize that it's something that is going to get worse, is beyond what we can do, salvage. If you're going to give birth, we try and salvage the womb.
Okay.
They try not to, so they go in there, make sure they get everyone out, stitch it nice, they try to return the womb back to the way it was.
Okay.
Right? So you can have your kids and be productive. But if you've had your kids already and feel you're done and fibroids are coming, we can just totally remove everything. Then no fibroids.
Remove the womb.
Yes.
Yeah. I have two colleagues that I know did that. So, and then after childbirth, they just decided to just take it out. So they are enjoying
peace of mind.
No.
It's okay.
My last question. This question is last one. Time is up. I want to just drag it small till 9:59 and ask it. So answer the question in 30 seconds so that we can. When you answer is no, then I turn the show off. You understand? We play music videos. It's very, very important. So I'm just buying time small. Wait some few seconds for the question.
It's because you don't want us to say anything.
No, it's time, no, Doc. You see, we have 12 seconds have gone in the second already, in the minute. So get ready. The question I want to ask is, we're talking about herbal drugs, and this is away from cysts, and it's just about the use of herbal drugs. We said we're going to discuss what next week. CS, okay, and then we'll also touch on the use of these herbal drugs. The question is, people who take the herbal drugs for enlargement of their manhood, is it true?
No.
Oh.
So all the people that
we finished. The show is finished. Doc, thank you very much. Next week. Back here same time tomorrow, and we out.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.